Former U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo over the weekend slammed his successor Antony Blinken for speaking, quote, diplomatic gobbledygook about China. In a speech last week, Blinken said the U.S. was not looking for conflict or a new Cold War, even though he characterized China's military provocations as deeply destabilizing. In response, Pompeo said Blinken should have been harsher. He even described the communist regime as evil. Meanwhile, China appeared not to have taken any notice of Blinken's remarks. It sent 7 warplanes close to Taiwan's airspace over Dongsha Island over the weekend.
China is continuing to send fleets of military planes close to Taiwan. On Saturday, it sent 7 more sorties that included 6 Shenyang J-16 fighter jets on highly provocative trajectories close to the airspace over Taiwan's Dongsha Island. Clearly, a recent policy speech on China from US Secretary of State Antony Blinken fell on deaf ears. Blinken said America was not looking for conflict or a new Cold War. His predecessor, Mike Pompeo, is now slamming these remarks for being diplomatic gobbledygook that underestimates China's threat.
It sounded like diplomatic gobbledygook. It didn't feel like it had a core thesis of the Chinese Communist Party as evil and capable and intentional about undermining our way of life here. Xi Jinping will see that and he will view that as a green light.
Pompeo fears Beijing will take the Democratic Party's ambiguity on China as a green light. The former US Secretary of State thinks that in the light of the Ukrainian war, the Biden administration should send China a clear message about the costs Beijing will face if it decides to invade Taiwan.
My view of Taiwan is that this is the moment to build them up, not after they've already taken the island, not after they've already got a foothold on a small island, not after they've already killed tens of thousands of people. That's what we did in Ukraine, right? We should make clear to them that we are prepared to exercise every American power to help the Taiwanese defend themselves. They may still make the decision to invade. It's entirely possible. But I actually think Xi Jinping is smart enough to say, you know, I'm not going to go about it that way.
Pompeo also said in addition to military aggression, China may use information warfare and other means to achieve its goal of taking over Taiwan politically. He said the US could not afford to be careless and that the US should officially recognise Taiwan as an independent sovereign state and amass an international consensus to support the nation.